YouTube, what is up? Today we are talking about the new gun, Outlaw, and just the new patch in general. So this is the new gun, this is the fire rate, a very fast fire rate, right? Real fast, very, very fast. I think on a chamber, this could be absolutely disgusting, to be honest. It can collapse 140 to the body, and I think it's 239 to their headshot or something like that. So yeah, I think this is really, really strong in a world where Cypher and Killjoy are pretty good. Maybe getting a few nerfs, we'll come on to that in a second. But yeah, I think chamber has some viability now. I also think being able to buy a sniper throughout every single round has some viability as well. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out on this. The thing that I'm most scared about this gun is just in the right hands. It's one of those things when like chamber first came out, like EA just made it look a lot better than I mean pretty much everyone in the world. It might be something like that, just in like the right hands on a chamber. I think that this is very, very viable. I think the chamber was already kind of getting a little bit more viable, and yeah, I think that this is something that might tip it over. Big buff to Jet as well. Big buff to chamber, like I mentioned. Bit of a buff to Sky because obviously 140 damage, and then an AOE heal becomes really, really strong. But I also think as well, just buying these secondary guns, the 140 damage with a bit of chip damage as well. Yeah, I still think I think we'll see some kind of nerf, whether it's fire rate, whether it's price, or whether it's damage. Like maybe it should just be 125 for their body shot. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm expecting some kind of nerf. But I just think it's a little bit too strong for pro play, to be honest with you. But yeah, we'll see as it comes along. We'll see for Madrid in terms of the fast tournament. Wanted to also show the reload. So this is a reload with one shot, relatively fast. It's a reload with two shots, a lot slower as well. Also listen to the sound here. So this is one, this is two. You hear that like metallic sound? That basically the enemies hear that as well, so they kind of know if you're going for a longer defuse. So it's kind of like a little bit of a skill thing where like you would hear that and you realize you have a bit of time to potentially rush the player reloading. So got to listen out for that metallic ching sound. Also, no scoping is like really accurate. So that kind of scares me. So there's some smokes around and you can double body shot, basically just using it like a more accurate shorty. A little bit scared of that. Starting off with the Lotus changes. So we have covered in the site, and then we have like this little alcove where you can hide. It is spammable, so that's good to note. Not the left side of it, or not this extra bit, but it is only just spammable, right? So you're not going to see too many kills for it for sure. It just gives people a bit of space to play back a site from, so I like the changes here. This is now no longer wooden, no longer spammable, and yeah, this scares me a little bit because let's just be on chamber here, and obviously this now becomes a bit of a nightmare. Good to note that you can spam just the sides of it, right? So maybe you could flush this guy out. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, a little bit scary that you could just judge and then TP away and then have another judge angle. So yeah, something to keep an eye on for sure. And they open this up, right? So it's like a 90-degree angle, and I think that's great for the defense as well. So it kind of means that the defenders don't have to take all of this map control. They could maybe leave rubble, and then we actually have like a bit of a duel going on. If you come to door, you could be shot from this angle. We just have multiple angles where people could be, you could play contact off someone fighting here. So chamber could be here, TP away, and then you could just face swing into this and then dash away or something, who knows. But yeah, I think this is good. Omen can TP over towards here, use util at the beginning or to rubble, and it just gives the defense so much more freedom to play with. And I think this right here is the best change, in my opinion, on this map. So yeah, I like that. Coming into Hobbit or Mini Door, whatever people are calling it, trips over towards here are nice. Cypher trip over towards here is extremely nice for sure. It kind of just locks people in. Very hard to shoot when you're coming around the corner. And this is just the change in just all of this, right? You come for a choke point, you have to check left or right. Over towards B as well, same thing. Just have to check left or right on this one as well. Another good place for the trips. Another good place for the judge as well, right? Judge over towards here. Pretty terrifying. Can just go into the corner here, and then you can TP away, and then maybe you could go over towards C if there's a smoke here. So yeah, interesting. Good place for a trip, kind of forcing people to come break that. And yeah, good place for the judge as well. Now onto C side. This is a little bit weird. I didn't really... The main thing I didn't think about when I saw these changes was planting over towards here. I thought this would be safe, right? This and this. But it turns out you can spam from back here. So you can spam the planter from back here, which actually means there is no safe place to plant over towards C. So you might see people on the fence. I mean, this is like the safest you could get, like over towards here and then facing, but there's still a bit of you that shows. So yeah, there is no safe place to plant over towards C. This one's good. Teams will definitely have to learn the spam. You want to go into this corner, you can spam from waterfall anywhere over towards here, spam from waterfall anywhere on the site. You're going to get spammed from top of site. So in theory, C is a lot harder to plant because there's nowhere that's safe. Like there is literally nowhere safe on the site. So I'm a little bit scared. I mean, I'm just a little bit scared. It actually looks like C is an absolute nightmare, and teams could just play really far back. It's now a lot harder to go into C because of this, right? So you've got to check left and right, and you can kind of again have the chamber trip or whatever. And yeah, now we have nowhere to plant on site. So yeah, going to be interesting what teams decide to go for. We actually have to take some map control now, in theory, if teams are punishing us for that. Again, like we said, open this up, so that one's pretty cool. Just to note as well, with the new gun, being able to go out towards here is pretty sick, right? So you could have your trip over towards B, getting information, and then nothing over towards C. Maybe they went aggro towards A. You can just get all of this early info, and then you can TP away as well. So really like the changes for chamber a lot. Like I feel like I would want to play chamber on this map now. Overall, I think the changes are good. I mean, it may be. I don't want to say too early for this because obviously rotates are a little bit faster on the attack side than it is the defense. But maybe because you can play defensive and retake on C, that it's now... Maybe now the map is more defense-sided. Like I was thinking more of a 6-6. It might even lean towards more of a 7-5. We'll kind of see how it goes in pro play. I think because of the rotates stuff and how you can manipulate it, it's probably still is more of a 6-6. But I think the changes definitely even out this map for sure. Icebox changes, we have a window in tube, which is kind of weird because a lot of times it gets smoked off anyway and you can't really see anything in terms of middle. So defense wise, it's a little bit interesting. We do have this over towards spawn, so you can't actually kind of take any of these angles further back now, which is interesting. So when you kind of turn around this corner, you have to get this angle, and now this one here as well. So it makes it a little bit scarier, but also just means that the smoke towards middle is just all more important. In terms of the attackers though, taking tube, right? So you can come take tube. The best thing about this at the moment, I guess for lurkers as well, say you went B, you can now catch some of the rotates. Right, some of the rotates that are coming out over towards here, you can now be seen from this window. Same over towards here, right? So that you have to rotate through here. You can now be seen from this window as well. So in terms of a 4-1 lurk, a lot of the time a lurk over towards middle becomes a little bit scarier in my books. So yeah, that's the main change around middle. Also to note, this has been added, right? Just this extra section here, so more people can kind of flood through over towards this. So more people flood through easier. It's not as awkward as it was in terms of getting your head hit. And then we've blocked off all of this, right? So all of this line now over towards here is all blocked, and I think this is by far the best improvement for my eyes. I think this is really good. I like this as a change up. So yeah, I think that's good. But that's kind of it. A site is the same, and we have this over towards B. This is very interesting. I didn't realize this box was here. I think this kind of been moved back a little bit. So yeah, this box is interesting. Say that you're a chamber, you can now kind of have more options in terms of taking this, but a lot of the time you're just gonna get walled off. Let's just do this wall just to show. This is, I mean, there's a few different types of walls, but like this one, you still kind of block a lot. I guess maybe now the more passive one that you do behind the wall, that behind the barrier, is actually gonna be a little bit better. So just one that actually goes like this is actually just gonna be a lot better, because it should block off a lot of the sight vision. So yeah, still feel like on attack you can get out up towards here. Maybe on defense you don't have as many places to hide. It's nice at least that this is here. I do think a chamber TP behind this box and kind of playing close is going to be nice. Other than that, playing in this area just seems a bit like a death trap. I don't know if they're trying to get like chamber use up or something like that. But yeah, this is kind of interesting. A Cypher Trip can go from here to here as well, which could be relatively strong. But yeah, I think like a lot of time you'll just be doing this wall, and then you can walk out, and then as soon as you put this wall up once, you're very scared, right? You're very scared if you're the defenders, because it's like, well, now they can be out towards the left here. So yeah, defending is going to be a rough times in my opinion over towards here. I thought originally it might be more defense sided, but if you kind of do the normal wall over towards here, it blocks a good amount. So yeah, they're the main changes to Icebox. I really wish we had some changes on site. I really do. But here we are. Agent changes. So on this patch, I think this is the only one I can find. I know there is rumored to be more in terms of Cypher, Deadlock, even a Phoenix one I heard a rumor of as well, but I can't seem to find anything different with them, to be honest. I'm not sure it's in this patch. The turret now can't see 180, so look at the minimap, or just directly in front as well. The turret can't see 180 anymore, so it kind of defeats some of these angles. Most on Haven, I would say, but now maybe you have to put the turret further back, right, so they can see here and here as well. So that's kind of interesting. Gonna have to rethink some of the turret placements with this one. And yeah, if I discover any more, I'll put it in the video. Now it is time to go through the battle pass. I know a lot of you love skins. If I go too fast, you can just pause. It's as simple as that. So I will just kind of be going for it relatively, what the hell, relatively fast. Damn, that's a really bold, really bold skin. No chill title, that's pretty cool. That's relatively average. Pretty good spray as well. Of course, it's on the biggest gun possible, because why not? What the hell is that? Oh, we get a Phantom skin though. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna ask for it to be dropped or anything, but it's there. It's a free Phantom skin. That's actually pretty sick. You get the pig and you get the potato. I'm not gonna ever get rid of the judge one, but honestly, this would make, that's pretty cool as well. Would make me tempted. Okay. Guardian skin as well, looking alright. What else have we? Yeah, I'm kind of a fan of that. Is there anything else that's sick? What is the final skin on this? That's the real question. What is the final skin? The final skin is... Oh my goodness. I said I was going to go slow with these, but honestly, I kind of just looked in. That is like a 4 hammer. Is there any way that I can check the... I can't check the animation. I imagine it's going to be normal. And then a ghost, and then this is like the leak. Well, not the leak, but this is what the new agent is based around, right? Apparently, smokes, butterflies. And did we not have that earlier? Is this gold? That's the only difference, I think. Okay, honestly, that might be the one. But you can't really make out this is a potato with this. But still, that is... the skin bundle with this one is the Kuranami. We have a Spectre, a Vandal, Sheriff, and a Marshal. These are the knives as well. It's looking pretty nice. So this is the original version. Let's look at the Vandal. Then we have a purple and gold. Looks pretty cool. Got an all kind of silver metallic look. And then we have black and like a dark red. And this is the animation and the sound. Yeah, I like this a lot. It looks really, really cool. Looks cool, sounds cool, and I am in for it. And And I'm pretty sure that is hopefully it on this video. Thank you so much. Let me know in the comments if you what you like the most. Did you find, or have you found any videos where there's some other changes, or maybe there's some agent changes? Because I only found the Killjoy one. So yeah, let me know in the comments if I missed something. And I should be streaming as well. So maybe hop over to my stream and see if I can find anything new. All right, thank you so much.